Okay, what's good, everyone? So we are back today with the round two review. As you can see on screen, we scored 1,934 and we moved up overall to 26K. So it's okay, it's okay. We're like, yeah, we're doing all right. We're doing all right. I mean, we've already broken the 10 mil threshold, which is pretty crazy. But that's because we had a few people that debuted in round zero for the season. Not just entire for their entirety, but just for the season. Anyway, okay, we'll get into the team. So 26K, it is what it is. We're gonna make the team a lot better this week, that's for sure. So some of the frauds we've gotten here, Perryman, Day, Peatling, they're all going. Some more frauds that we've got on the team that are not going to be going is Sheasel, Horn Francis, Jaden Short. They can all stay for a few more weeks at least. Probably Sheasel and Horn Francis for the season. Jaden Short will probably go at some point. Not sure when that will be, but he probably will. But anyway, yeah, Sheasel, like I said, yeah, fraud. Can't believe I picked this guy. I was considering picking Dane Zorko over him for the whole preseason up until about 2 days before round one. Don't know why I changed it. But yeah, he's ruined my Supercoach season, so thanks, mate. Matt Roberts, 115. So yeah, he's going well. If he keeps going at this point, 111, then he's top six. We don't even have to worry about, upgrading him or using him as a stepping stone or whatever. So yeah, he's going amazing. Very happy with him. Jane Short, 71. Okay, look, I was talking about frauds before these guys. I'm sure they're going to be good. Cheezel, Horn Francis, Short. They're just all had rough starts to the season. Jaden Short, I'm all right with keeping as well. His recent games against St Kilda have been good. Maybe not that 66, but the other ones have been good. And again, he's only priced at 82. This price 442K. So 71 isn't that far below it. It's not like I want him to go 82. I want him to do at least about 90 to 95, which I think he can do, and I think he probably will. But yeah, I think he'll end up going on like a 3 game stretch where he averages maybe like 110 in a few weeks, and then he'll get up to like 500, 520K. And from there, we can just trade him out to someone that's probably a bit more safer, maybe like a Jordan Clark or whatever. And then yeah, Perryman's 100% a fraud. Like no other way to really describe it. I know obviously change of roles, so maybe it's not his fault or whatever. Maybe I'm a fraud, because like again, like the thing is overall, it's not too bad this rank that I'm at. Like, okay, what was I ranked in 2024? Okay, I got all the way to 10K after round two, and I got to rank 227 by round eight in 2020, just picking a random year, I started at 47K, then I was 12K by round two. Then what did I finish the season at? Yeah, 56th. So, again, I'm legally obligated to mention it. I'm contractually obliged to mention I came 56th in 2020. But look, it's okay. I think we'll do somewhat decent this year. I don't know really what my point was there, but yeah, I just want to show you guys I came 56th in 2020. Anyway, it's not 2020 anymore, it's 2025. And yeah, Perryman didn't do well, so we're going to trade him. Pryor did okay. I think I'll probably trade him out next week to Riley Bice. Trainer, 24, whatever. I reckon probably a slow ban. He should get up to 250K eventually. Patton, I think Patton will make money if he gets back in the team. I'm just not sure he does. I was thinking, who was in the team yesterday? There was someone in the team yesterday who I was like, yeah, this guy can probably get out of the team, and Ben Patton can come in, probably like a Sheldrick or something like that. I reckon Ben Patton may only be out of the team for a few weeks, and then maybe like a Sheldrick can go out for him. Although I know Cunningham is going to come back relatively soon as well, so we'll see what happens. But again, injuries will always end up happening. And I think Patton is actually a good defender. Like Patton's actually good one-on-one. He's just not really good at offense or anything. Compared to someone like a Riley Bice. Riley Bice is really good at like offense, having some good attacking stuff from the back line. But what I think Ben Patton probably is better at than him, still probably just defending one-on-one. So even though Ben Patton kind of got towed up anyway in round zero by like Dylan Moore and whatnot. But anyway, yeah, that's him. I think he'll probably come back at some point, so I'm okay to hold. Zach Reed, again, another slow ban. Does he get dropped? I don't know who he would come in for him, but I feel like they've got no one if they're playing him because to me, he's just not an AFL level player. Zach Reed. Like, again, he's fighting for his career. He's out of contract at the end of the season, so he's trying his absolute best. He is. But yeah, he's just not going to cut it. For me, I think he'll probably end up getting delisted at the end of the year. should at least from what we've seen so far. Like this is his fifth season. He's played like what 10 games in total or something. Anyway, he'll be working 9 to 5 like us, like the rest of us next year. So it's okay. It's okay. Rosie. So yeah, 130, great game from him. Probably a bit too harsh on Zach Reed. He's still relatively young. But anyway, the 9 to 5 life is not the worst. That's not an insult to be saying to someone you're going to be working 9 to 5 next year. But anyway, Connor Rosie, 130. Yeah, he did well against Richmond. Happy I captained him. Obviously, not looking like the best. He was looking on track for about 100 up until the end of the third quarter, I think. And then and then the fourth quarter, he just really turned it on. Or at least the second half, he really turned it on. So happy with him. Will Day, look, he's gotten tagged and everything, so it's not completely his fault. I don't want to completely put the blame on him. But yeah, just not going to cut it. He made me 11K. I was thinking when I put him in my team, he'd probably make me more like 20 or 30K. It is what it is. Oliver, 130. So is he a keeper? I'm not really sure. I mean, Gold Coast, he's had some amazing form against, so let's see what he can do now. But he didn't play them last year. But anyway, Geelong, he's had some amazing form against as well. I mean, Essendon, he's got amazing form against every team. We know what Clayton Oliver can do when he's his absolute best. I'm still not sure he's at his absolute best. Christian Petrarca, his teammate, is not going so well though. Petrarca is probably one that we could consider getting in a few weeks. Break even of 136, scored 98 and 78 so far. I mean, he was already priced relatively cheaply for what we thought he could do at 556K. Again, he's got all this history the past like 5 years of going 110 plus. The only time he didn't was last year because again, he had a few injury affected games, including the one which was his season ending injury. But yeah, it just looks like maybe playing a bit too much forward, getting tagged and everything. Looks like a bit of a pass, especially this North Melbourne game. You would have thought he would have done better here. I know they had a big loss, but still. Chera, looking good, Chera. I think I didn't get to see the Hawthorn Carlton game. I was out at the time, so not necessarily sure what his role looked like. I know there was a bit of talk on he was going to play some more half back time. I'm not sure if that eventuated or not, but regardless, looking like a good pick. So happy with him. Wash Will Ashcroft. Very disappointed in this pick. It's very lucky he got to 104. Just not looking like he's going to cut it. And I would trade him out this week, but I've got bigger issues. Like the three guys I just mentioned at the start of the video who I'm trading instead. So yeah, lucky he played West Coast. If he was playing any half decent team, he probably would have dropped another 80 or something. Which again, he's only priced at like 82, so it's not the worst even if he goes at 80, but I'm looking for him to probably average about 95 to 100 for me and get up to hopefully 500, 550K, and then I can trade him out at a better price. But yeah, it is what it is. Again, I mean, West Coast did take it to Brisbane. It's not like they were just a rollover team. It was close for the majority of that match. But yeah, Peatling is gone. The thing is with Peatling, like he's actually a good player. And like he showed that at GWS, like the way he hunts the ball, his defensive pressure is like really, really, really good. Like let's look at some counting stats for him if this is going to load. So 19 touches, 13 touches in round two, three tackles, three tackles in each round. Let's look at some of these. Okay. Like 10 tackles there. I mean, some games he didn't have that many, but 7 tackles, 11 tackles, 10 tackles, 28 touches in that game, 20 touches there. I mean, it's a bit all over the place, but Peeling's actually a good player. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that he's a good player. I feel like maybe it's just a complacency type of thing, to be honest. Like, he knew at GWS he wasn't guaranteed to get a game every week, so he knew he had to try his best. But he knows at Adelaide, a nice big contract and everything he's got now. He's just a walk-up start. So he's like, okay, well, I don't even have to try that hard. Maybe. Again, I'm not inside his head, so I don't know. But to me, to be honest, that's what it seems like because he should be doing a lot better than this. He's a lot better than a 57 average. So like this should be 80 at a minimum, but it's not. And so I think he's got to go for me. O'Driscoll, 95. Really, really good from him. Really happy. Again, I think when Hayden Young does come back into the team, his output will drop a little bit. But even if that's in 4 or 5 weeks' time, he should be 400K by then anyway. And so we can trade him out if that eventuates. But we'll probably give it a few games anyway with Hayden Young. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Regardless, should he get up to 400 to 450K, he's a must-have if you don't have him. You need this guy in your team. I would say he's more of a must-have than any other rookie out there, pretty much. You know, probably more than a Riley Bice, more than a Xavier Lindsay, more than any of those guys. You need Nathan Driscoll over all of them. Ashcroft, 72, another somewhat decent score for a rookie. I think, yeah, he'll also probably end up getting to 400k, so happy with him. Sardis sounds like he's broken his hand now or something, so I'm not sure how long he'll be out from there. Hopefully, it's not more than a month. I am going to hold just because I think once he does come back, again, Parrish will probably be back by then. But yeah, I think once he does come back in, I think he'll probably get up to about 300k, which I'm willing to hold for. I don't think it's really worth a trade right now. And again, I've got bigger issues to trade out than Sardis this week. Max Hall, I did choose to trade in Max Hall. Let me actually recap my trades that I went last week because they changed from what I was originally going to do. I originally wasn't going to trade last week. I wasn't planning on doing it. But then no, but then what happened was because I was thinking I was only going to do 3 trades this week, and only have 3 trades done in the first 2 rounds, which I thought was a good amount. I don't want to overtrade or anything. But then once Will Day put out another 70 on Thursday night, and Harry Perryman put out 57 on Friday, because I was planning on trading both of them out this round, but only pretty much them, and maybe like, yeah, Peatling this round. And I thought that was going to be the extent of my issues. But then, once I realized that they were bad and some other people were going to score bad as well, I was like, okay, I'm going to have a lot more than just 3 issues, which I need to fix up. And so I decided to trade out Garcia, who was a sub, Matt Flynn, who got dropped, which it sounds like maybe Bailey Williams had some sort of an injury. So maybe Matt Flynn gets back in this week anyway. Regardless, I don't think he's going to score that well. We saw he didn't score that well in round one up until like he kicked a goal. He got a good contested mark on that as well. I feel like he's not really going to do that too often. Maybe he is. I don't know. I mean, he's got a good role obviously as a ruckman, no doubt, but we'll see what happens. I think, yeah, I'm fine with trading out Matt Flynn. Just Bailey Williams is clearly the better ruckman, and that was very contrary to what I thought at the start of the season. I was like, look at Bailey Williams last year. Like, he got slaughtered in every single matchup pretty much the whole year. Let's look him up. Bailey Williams. Bailey. Bailey J. Williams. So let's look at what his stats were from last year. Score. Oh, he did have a 90, 85, 85, 90. He's actually a bit better than I thought he was, to be honest. But only a 68 average. Yeah, he had some 40 games, a 32. Yeah, like scoring 32, 44, 48 in a 3 round stretch, the buy-in there as well. As a solo ruck is crazy. Maybe there was somewhat injury affected. I see his minutes are down, but I don't know. Maybe he was carrying something. But anyway, yeah, clearly Bailey Williams is the better ruck than Matt Flynn. I think overall Bailey Williams just wants it. Like you look at Bailey Williams, he's just like aggressive. He just wants the contest. Matt Flynn doesn't. Matt Flynn looks way too soft for me. But yeah, anyway, that's another supplementary point. I think, yeah, I'm going to bypass Matt Flynn from now on. Well, I've already traded him out anyway. And yeah, one of the guys we got in was Max Hall. The other one was, who was it? Rankin, which we'll get to in a bit. But yeah, Max Hall, 33. It was a choice between Max Hall and Murphy Reed. And I was like, oh, I don't know. Like, Max Hall's 22, Murphy Reed's like, what, 18? I mean, this is Max Hall's second season technically because he did get picked up mid-season last year. So Murphy Reed's first. Max Hall has the midfielder forward DPP. Murphy Reed is just a midfielder only. And Murphy Reed's also a bit more expensive. I think another 12k or something. I think Murphy Reed's like 130k or something like that. So I was like, I don't know. I reckon I'll probably go with Hall. Looks like the wrong call. Should have gone with Murphy Reed. I don't know what I was thinking in hindsight. Like both Fremantle and St Kilda do have people to come back in, so I think there is going to be a bit of pressure on spots in both of those teams. So I think they've both got that shared. But I think just Murphy Reed, like, come on, he kicked 4 goals in like 10 minutes in round one. Like, I don't know what I was thinking, not going with him. I mean, again, like Murphy Reed scored 50 in round one, Max Hall scored 75, and then Murphy Reed scored like 75 in round two. Max Hall scored 33. So we'll see what happens. Maxwell could pump out another 60 or 70 this week, and it doesn't look so bad. Who knows? Who knows? Looks like I probably made the wrong call, though. To be honest, I probably should have just gone him down to Bice, because it was Matt Flynn, so I could have done it because he was in the flex position. So I should have just gone to Bice, and then I didn't have to make that correction trade next week. But it is what it is. Camporelli, 52. It is what it is. Again, I didn't see that game. So I don't really know how he played, but the score's okay. Like again, what do you expect from him? He's a first year player playing on the wing. So yeah. Cherry 136, again, towed up Max Gorn. again, as everyone's saying, why Simon Goodwin said, Max Gorn apparently did have something else going on, so we won't be too harsh on him. But Tristan Cherry, what a game from him. What a game. We look at his stats, 20 touches, 29 hitouts, and a goal. Pretty good game from him. And yeah, 136 looking ominous for the rest of the competition. Tom de Koning, 104. Apparently didn't get on the park for a little bit. Only the 99 minutes, less than 100 actually isn't that much. Played the one, or had the 106 minutes in round one. I mean, there's only seven more anyway, but yeah, it's fine. Whatever. I think he's still fine, definitely. Boyd didn't play. I think from now on, Boyd will just be our R2 loop or our R3 loop, which is good. Horn Francis 61. Just played a lot of full forward. I think probably mainly due to the fact that they played Richmond and they knew it was going to be a walk up or a walkover, a rollover type of game. Anyway, shouldn't do that as much now, shouldn't. But we'll see how things go. To be honest, like a lot of people trading him out, but it's like realistically, he's probably going to be a top six forward, so you're probably going to have to trade it back in. Like that's just a trade I would say you're going to regret later in the season when you've got zero trades left and there's 5 rounds to go and you've got like two injuries. So yeah, like he's going to drop in price, sure. Same as Sheasel. They're going to drop a lot in price, but like realistically, they're most likely going to be top six. They might not be, but most likely they probably will be. Rankin 97 again, so he got subbed out, but seems mostly precautionary. The sub, I know he had some type of hamstring tightness. Don't know to what extent it was, but yeah, it seems mostly precautionary. I think he should be fine. I was livid when I saw that he got subbed out because again, I traded him in this week, so I was livid. But like 97 is whatever. If it was like a 50, oh my goodness, I wouldn't be making this video right now. But fine. McRae 162, yeah, I mean, probably the biggest must-have in the competition. Like if you don't have this guy, you've got to move mountains. You've got to move heaven and earth to get this guy in. Like, oh my goodness. Like, well, how many people? 69% of people last week had him in another 2.6. Like, why wouldn't you have him in the first place, number one? Like, who's actually playing Supercoach and doesn't have Jack McRae? Playing Supercoach somewhat seriously. Apparently 3,456 people. But yeah, anyway, that didn't have him in. But anyway, you got to get him now. Regardless, if you don't, I'm sure everyone watching probably does. Bailey Smith did not play. I feel like he'll probably play this week against Brisbane. I get the feeling he probably will. Unlucky if you guys have Thomas Stewart. Anyone that's watching this video that has Thomas Stewart, very unlucky. But yeah, that's just the unluckiness sometimes in Supercoach. I mean, Thomas Stewart does tend to get those type of just a lot of knocks and stuff like that that just put him out. I know this one seemed quite innocuous, this knee injury, but yeah, just unlucky, obviously. Caleb Daniel, 116. Yeah, he went well, happy with him. Again, didn't go the best in round one, and I'm not necessarily sure he's going to be top six, but I think regardless, he'll get to 450, 500K, so that's fine. We can think about trading him out when he gets there. Don't have to really worry yet. Kako at 34. Yeah, not too well either. I thought he would have a higher floor than this. Like, I know he's a small forward in this first tier, but I don't know. I just thought his floor would probably be more around the 40 mark, 45 mark. It's not like he's super far from that, but still. Anyway, I think, yeah, we just keep him in the team. I'm not really looking at trading him out. I think we'll end up having a spike game at some point where he puts out 100 or a 120, and he'll end up getting up to 350K. So I'm happy to wait here with him. Pal Pepper is probably a guy I'm just looking at getting maybe two cash rises in now that he's got that 83 in his system. Hopefully he scores somewhat decently the next 2 weeks. Essendon and St Kilda. If he can just give me 65 to 70 the next 2 weeks, and then he gets up to about 250K, and then I'm going to trade him. And we'll do our first upgrade of the season with him being upgraded. Davidson 72, so a bit better of a bounce back game, which is good to see. Yeah, hopefully he just keeps on giving 60 to 70 every week. Probably a relatively slow burn as well, but should get up to high 200s, maybe 300K even. So should be fine. Nevitt, hopefully again, also probably gets up to 300, 350K. I'll give you some of my price predictions for all these rookies. Like, yeah. So Nevitt 300 to 350K. Pepper will probably get up to 300 to 350K, but I'm probably not going to hold him that long. Davidson probably at 300. I mean, a lot of these guys will hit their price point in like the later half of the season, but most of us would have traded them out. Like most of these guys will hit their highest point of the season, the highest price of the season, post buys, once they get more adjusted to actually playing AFL. But again, like we won't need them by that point. We'll have already traded all of them out anyway. So it's probably useless to do this, but I'll probably trade Kako when he gets to 300, 350. Levi and O'Driscoll, I think we'll both get to 400 before I trade them out. Prior, I'll probably trade him out next week because we'll go down to Bice, so we'll get one cash price rise out of him. So hopefully maybe he gets to about 190, 200k. Trainer, I think I'll wait till he gets to at least about 230k, hopefully a bit more, maybe 250. Patton, I think Patton will come in. I don't know when, but I reckon it'll be relatively soon, within the next 3 to 4 weeks. Hopefully, he gets up to 230, 220k. Reed, maybe Reed only gets up to 220k as well. It doesn't look that good. I feel like if I was listening, I would just drop Reed and play another like medium defender. I wouldn't even bother with him. Just to list him at the end of the year. Like harsh, but I think fair if we're being completely real with each other. Don't need to be around the bush. And yeah, Mitch Nevitt, yeah, 149k. 58, again, I think his fantasy to SuperCoach ratio was a lot worse, but he actually kicked a goal as well. I didn't see that part of the game. But yeah, fine anyway. 7 tackles. So I mean high tackles, so who'll always end up scoring, he'll have a high floor if he keeps up the tackles and everything like that. So it's good for a player like that. Anyway, let's go on to some trades. So, like I said, Will Day's going, Perryman's going, not Horn Francis, sorry. Who is it? It's Peatling. So, shouldn't have started with any of these blokes. I don't reckon Will Day was the worst start, but these two. Peatling wasn't the worst start either. And Perryman, I just shouldn't have started with, to be honest. But yeah, Will Day would have been a good pick if he didn't get tagged. I think he was just inefficient as well this week. Again, I didn't really see that game, but yeah. Peeling, again, like I said, he's a good player. Just Yeah, he's a good player, but he's just like, I don't know, complacent. Crazy to see Dunkley, even though he's only played 2 games on this list, averaging 145. Insane. But the 3 people we are going to go, I was debating. So I'm going to get a premium defender, a mid-pricer in the midfield, and a rookie in the midfield. Of the premium defenders that I was deciding, let me filter by position. So we've got average. So I'm deciding out of Zorko, Dale. Probably not much of Sinclair, although he probably would be good as well. Maybe Jordan Clark, maybe Max Holmes. Houston's got the bye this week, so probably not, although I think Houston would be good as well. It's probably mainly these two, Zorko and Dale. Zorko's just a bit more expensive, and I feel like he'll come back to earth sooner rather than later. What's his fixture like? I know they've got a relatively easy fixture. And again, Geelong have some good small forwards that apply pressure, so this could potentially be a bad game for him. Although, I don't know. I really don't know. Bailey Dale, who does he have this week? Carlton. Did Carlton tag? Would they tag him? I feel like they wouldn't tag him. You'd tag someone else. Tag like Ed Richards or something. But yeah, I'm gonna go Bailey Dale. So just a little bit cheaper. I think he's got a bit more value in him. Just been going berserk to start the season. So we're gonna go with him. Our next 2 positions will be in the midfield. One, Finn Callahan. Oh, let me take off defender. He has a -2 break even, I think it is, or a 0 break even. So he should get up to hopefully 550, 600k, and I might trade him out. Not, I'll probably wait till I've gotten all the rookies off the field before I choose to trade him out again. But he should get up to, yeah, 550, 600k. So that would make it easy to get to someone else if I wanted to. Although I think there's also potential upside where he could just be a keeper for the season. And he's got a good run to come as well, as we just saw in the next few weeks. Yeah, maybe not Hawthorn, but West Coast, St Kilda. Adelaide is probably a tough matchup, it looks like. Bulldogs, well, at least these two, West Coast and St Kilda, at least a good matchup. Okay, anyway. And then we've got our other midfielder we're bringing in is Xavier Lindsay. Just looks like he's probably going to get up to 350k as well. Looks like, yeah, he'll just be good to have. Probably a consistent 75 on field. I reckon 70 to 75, even though he hasn't actually gone that low yet. But yeah, 70 to 75 on field. Happy to field him whilst, say, someone like Sartis is injured. To be honest, I still probably field Lindsay over Sartis. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. So we're going to make those trades this week. How are we going to line up? We might go. Do I want to play Pepper or Kako on field? How about we do both? And we'll do that by doing this. We'll, Pepper, Hall. We'll play both on field. They're playing against each other. Actually, no, I don't like that. We won't do that. We'll play Nevitt on field, I reckon. Who's Never got? Nevitt's got Brisbane. Oh, that's a tough matchup. No, actually, maybe I won't do that. I might play Davidson on field. Who's he got? Carlton. Oh, that's a tough matchup as well. Oh, so many tough decisions. We might play Power by on field then. He's only the flex and it's best 18. We might do that. Essendon don't look like too hard a matchup, but we'll see. Essendon look like they're pretty soft, not gonna lie. Okay, so this is how we're going. So we got two premium, or I would say three premiums. I would count Roberts as a premium. Three premiums, one mid-pricer, two rookies. I would say Rosie, Oliver are both premiums, and then three mid-prices. Three rookies, two premiums, probably honestly probably four premiums. I would count Hornfans, Rankin, McRae, and Smith as premiums. I mean Smith and McRae aren't priced as premiums, but I think they're gonna score like once. Anyway, Daniel's probably a mid-pricer. Kako's a rookie. Everyone else in the team is a rookie. So I think what we're going to want to do is next week we're going to downgrade prior to Bice. So we got 150k in the bank right now. We're going to downgrade prior to Bice next week. That'll get us about another 80k. So that'll give us about what 230k. And then we're going to go the following week. So at the end of round four, we're going to go Pal Pepper, who should hopefully be around 250k. And we're going to put him up to either a forward or a defender, whoever we can afford, someone that's just fallen a lot in price. Which, if I take you guys through break evens, as we'll see like there are some people who are going to fall a lot. So, highest price. Luke Ryan will fall a lot. But number one, I don't know if I want him. Number two, I don't think he's going to fall to like 480k, which is what I'll be able to afford. Blake Acres, he only scored 29 last week. I'm not sure what the issue is. Actually, I think he's completely fine. He's played both full games in each one. He just is not scoring well. Maybe he's just, yeah, I don't know. He might fall to be honest about 400k, which if he does, he might be a low-key good pickup. He's got Bulldogs, Collingwood, then West Coast and North. He low-key might be a good pickup. I will see. I will see. Lockie Neal will fall a lot as well, 189 break even. But he's not going to fall that much. He's going to fall to, yeah, 611k probably. Yeah, not cheap enough. Kieran Briggs will fall a lot, but I'd have to. Is he going to be back this week? I'm not sure. He might be back, but I'd have to put him at a flex. I'm not sure if I want to do that. Thomas Stewart will fall a lot this week, and he sounds like he might actually play this week as well, Tom Stewart, believe it or not. I would keep him 100% if you've got him. There's no real point trading him out now. If you think he's going to be a premium, it doesn't matter that he's going to drop another probably 100k from here, which he probably will. He'll probably drop to about 400k. But yeah, anyway, it's fine. Max Gorn, I mean, I would keep if you've got him. But yeah, go back to the main point. Who are we going to trade in? I think we're going to try to aim for maybe like, yeah, maybe a Tom Stewart in like 2 weeks or something like that. Hunter Clark, 741. Yeah, he's going to drop a ton, isn't he? But I wouldn't go for him. He's been subbed in both games. Either I think he was activated as sub and then he got subbed off. Did he get injured? I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, we'll probably just not go with him. He'll probably go down to 300k though. But anyway, who else are we doing? Yeah, we'll probably go for Tom Stewart in about 2 weeks. That'll be good. It'll get a rookie off field. And that means when the buys finish, we'll only have one, three, five rookies on field. Actually, a sixth for flex as well. So we'll still have six rookies on field, but from that point on, we should just be able to do one up, one down every single week. And we'll have Bice, who will be a good money maker in the team as well in this position. Well, will be D6 pretty much anyway. And then these guys will make a ton of cash, as well as Kako, Palpepper. Well, Palpepper, like I said, I'll trade out in about 2 weeks. Kako Davidson should be good cash wise as well. Hopefully, Max Hall makes some cash. I think we should be okay cash wise, but we shall see. Never should make a decent amount of cash. Okay, anyway, that's pretty much all I've got. Let me think. Subwise this week. Yeah, Reed, I guess, sure. Can keep the emergency on him. Patton's got the buy anyway. Nevitt, yeah, keep the emergency on him. I might field Nevitt, to be honest. I'm not sure. It's neither Nevitt or Palpepper. I'll probably keep Kako on field. Hall or Davidson? I'll probably put Davidson as the emergency. I would say maybe Davidson goes on field instead of Kako or instead of Palpepper. I'm not sure. I'll have to think about it. Captaincy wise, Sheasel. Against Adelaide, definitely not. Bailey Dowley and Carlton. He could. I mean, Bailey Dow's been on fire, so we'll see. Roberts against, oh, by Jaden Short against St Kilda, not a captaincy. Jackson Pryor, you wouldn't captain him, nor would you captain Trainer, scoring 24. Connor Rosie, 130 last week against Essendon. Loki could be a good vice captain. We'll think about that one. Oliver against Gold Coast. Why are there no betting odds for these ones? I'm not a betting man anyway, but a bit interesting. Could go well. Could go well against Gold Coast. Probably no captaincy though. Don't have the faith there yet. Chera, probably not. Finn Callahan against Hawthorn, probably not. Ashcroft against Geelong, probably not. O'Driscoll against West Coast, low-key a good matchup, but I wouldn't captain him yet. Other Ashcroft against Geelong, probably not. Lindsay against Gold Coast, wouldn't captain Lindsay. Cherry against Adelaide. Riley O'Brien, I don't know, probably not. DeConning against Tim English, we'll definitely think about that one. Horn Francis, not after 61. Rankin against North is a good matchup, but North are better this year. They are better this year. And coming off that hamstring tightness, wouldn't captain him. McRae's a big one I'm thinking of against Richmond. 100% can see myself captaining him this week. Smith, we'll see if he comes back even. But yeah, playing on Saturday, he should. That's a week off. We'll see. Daniel against Adelaide, not going to captain him. Kako against Port, not going to captain Kako. Palpepper, not going to captain Palpepper. Okay, I'm thinking I'm going to go Tom DeConning into Jackson McRae this week, who is, for me, a captaincy option once again. Crazy. We're back in like 2018. Well, not really even 2018. We're back in like 2023, or 2022. But yeah, I was thinking originally McRae would only average like 105 to 110. I think I said that before round one, that he would average 105 to 110. It's looking more like it's going to be 115, probably. I would say, but he probably won't. Well, he's definitely not going to average 140 like he is now. I think it'll probably be around 115. I reckon a bit of an adjusted average. Probably teams will have to start paying some more attention to him from now on. But yeah, Richmond this week is a good matchup. So yeah, we'll go captaincy on him, vice on Tom DeConning. We'll be able to just put the captaincy on Roberts if DeConning scores well. Loop wise, can we loop? I mean, I can probably do this off camera anyway. But oh yeah, well we'll be able to loop with Trainer. Yeah, and then Nevitt. Yes, Sartis. Actually, no, we won't be able to loop there because Sartis plays first game of the week and he's not going to be playing, obviously, with the broken hand. DeConning. Well, no, we're not going to loop there, obviously, in the rucks. And then we won't be able to loop there. Okay, that's fine. That's pretty much the video. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.